Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. Today we are taking a look at Tiger Woods' golf swing in 2003. This is part of the Tiger Woods series I'm currently doing, working my way through the years. We've already done Tiger Woods' golf swing in 2000 and 2002. Now we're doing 2003. Next we'll be doing 2004. Then we'll be moving into the Haney era of like 2006, 2008, 2009. Etc. So guys, let's dive straight in. The first video we have to take a look at is a really good, just incredible video. We have a lot of really good videos. We have Tiger Woods driver swing down the line, front on, iron swing down the line and front on, and loads more. So let's dive straight in. So we have this, first of all, down the line driver swing, and Tiger pipes this one. You'll be able to see why in a second. So first of all, setup. I wouldn't say there's been a noticeable difference in setup that I can see from the previous videos in 2000, 2002. If you can see a noticeable difference, do comment down below. If you have any thoughts on this video, do comment down below. Love to hear from you guys. So, setup with driver. Pretty good setup, alignment's great. You can see he looks like he's aiming down the right side, trying to hit a big high draw here. And as we slowly take this club back, we are going to pause it just around parallel to the ground. And the first thing to note is that Tiger Woods' swing here, Tiger's not working with a golf coach during this period from 2002 to 2004. He's actually working on his own as his own coach. Now, apparently he might have also been slightly still working with Butch Harmon as a bit of a consultant on his swing, but he is definitely taking things a little bit in his own direction. And we can see a bit of an evolution here. The backswing's a little bit flatter. We can see the club head probably a little bit more closed and a bit more outside the hands, whereas in the kind of 2000 swing, he was kind of keeping the club head a bit more open and rolling the face inside a little bit. So as we start to take this to the top, again, keeps that face squarer for longer, I would say. And then at the top, quite a long swing, hard to see the club face, but the club face is slightly closed compared to the left wrist. This is just to be a slight strengthening of the the left hand grip. But really good pivot turn up through the floor, big shoulder turn. We can see that right elbow quite far away from the body, great depth with the arms. Now we're going to start to see a few differences in this swing. So as we start to play this down, he is going to start to have that kind of classic Tiger squat and drop the arms, keep them deep, but drop them kind of down and shallow that club out. And then he's going to, if we pause it, we'll pause it just after impact. It's a really good look here. We'll pause it just after impact, and you can see how rotated he is with the hips and how he's actually jumping up off of the ground. He's using the ground, exploding up off of it. You can see how open the hips and shoulders are, and he's releasing the all his angles in his arms, releasing that club through impact. Now, there's a few things to note. Still has that right heel up off the ground, and as we play this through, big release up and over his left shoulder in that kind of classic Tiger Woods fully rotated, balanced finish position. And then watch this beautiful Tiger classic club twirl and kick of the right heel. Really good look. First good look at Tiger's swing there. Now the next swing, well, let's just play this back a few times and have a look at the rhythm of this swing. It's a pretty incredible swing to take a look at. So let's just play this back and you guys can watch this a few times. And guys, if I have missed anything, do comment down below. Love to hear from you guys if you think I've missed anything in this swing. Think anything's changed from the video from 2002 or 2000. Where do you see, those changes? For me, slightly flatter swing, maybe slightly more one plane, getting the club slightly more laid off at the top. Those are kind of the main things for me in this golf swing. And then now we're going to take a look at a golf swing again with driver, but this is going to be from front on. Really good look here. So front on, big wide stance, big classic wide Tiger stance. Tiger does have a fairly wide driver stance, or has done for a number of years. We can see his hands actually behind the club head here. And then as we slowly play this back, a bit of a lateral weight shift onto his right side. If we kind of pause it parallel to the ground here, you can kind of see that triangle between the shoulders and the arms, and starting to turn and load into that right side and right hip. And then as we play this to the top, big wide takeaway, late wrist set, huge shoulder turn. If we pause this, that club is parallel to the ground. Literally, that shaft is so parallel to the ground. Huge shoulder turn, absolutely huge shoulder turn, whilst keeping a pretty stable lower body. That's not easy to do at all. So big shoulder turn, great depth with the arms, club parallel with the ground, big turn and load into the right side. And then as we start to play this down, he's going to bump into that left side just a touch, get that weight start to shift as he starts to swing down hard, releasing the hands. And if we pause this at impact, we can see exactly how much energy he's releasing down at the golf ball. That is pretty incredible. Releasing all those angles he's built up, all that energy he's built up in the backswing, down at the ball. And then as we play this through, extends the arms hard and finishes with that weight on his left side and that fully rotated Tiger Woods finish position. Let's just play this back a couple times for you guys. And again, if you guys notice anything different to maybe some of his previous year's swings, do comment down below. I think the difference is from this angle, maybe slightly harder to see. There's a few minor differences. Maybe his spine angle a little bit. He seems to me from this angle, maybe his spine angle not quite tilted back so much. Maybe a little bit more upright. That's probably the only real differences I can personally see from this angle. And the next swing we're going to take a look at is another really good swing, because we're actually going to have a look at Tiger Woods hitting iron swings, but this is really good. This is like actually at the Masters, but it's a draw and a fade. So we got two iron swings back to back, and one is a draw, one's a fade. So let's start off with the draw first. So here we are with Tiger iron swing. Again, posture, alignment, everything's excellent. No massive changes for me there. If you guys do see any changes, do comment down below. But as we play this back, slowly, we'll pause it, kind of parallel to the ground. And we can see that club head outside the hands. Again, to me, no major changes at this point in the golf swing. Again, if you have any differences of opinion or think you do see something, do let me know. I would say he brings the club back a bit flatter as we play this back to the top. Definitely slightly flatter club plane to me. This looks to be about a 7 or 8 iron. And at the top, really good top of the backswing position. Pretty laid off a little bit. It looks to me like the arms work a little bit flatter, maybe a little bit more deeper in behind him to this position. And then as we swing this down, he's going to work a little bit again, maybe a touch flatter on the way down than previously. And we pause this. Let's pause this at impact here. Just a great impact position. Looks effortless, open hips, open shoulders, just perfect position. We can see that right palm on top, really compressing the golf ball. And as we swing this through, releasing this out to the right. Remember, this is a draw swing. Arms come up above him, and just a beautiful, beautiful golf swing. Let's play this back once or twice, and then we'll have a look at the fade swing, and we'll see what differences we're actually able to see. To me, this maybe looks a little bit flatter, gets the club a little bit more inside on the way down, and, you know, just a beautiful extension through the ball of the arms and everything, and beautiful balance finish. Now let's take a look at that fade swing. So this is exactly the same. Tiger Woods hitting a fade. Our angle was slightly further inside. Again, setup's pretty much the same. As we, well, let's just take it back to the top. And we'll pause it at the top. And it's a little bit hard to see because we're slightly inside the line of the feet. To my eye, maybe you could say slightly more laid off position at the top. Maybe slightly more open club face, wouldn't be surprising. And then as we play this down, it's going to come over the top of it just a little bit more, but with a nice square club face and exiting a little bit further left than we just saw. but really minor differences. I would say the differences are more that feel on the way down of where the club head is. Is it staying behind you? Is it working its way out to in? Those, to my eye, as we play this back a few times, those are kind of the major differences. It's just that downswing feel, really, maybe cutting across the ball slightly with that fade, and then with the draw, just releasing it out to the right a little bit. And the next swing we're going to have a look at is a Tiger Woods iron swing from face on. And this is, again, a really, really good look at Tiger Woods' golf swing in the year 2003. And again, guys, if you feel you see something that I've missed, do comment it down below. I really like to hear from you guys. Love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Just let me know. So the first iron swing we're going to have a look at is this one here from the fairway. Really good look here. Tiger Woods' shoulder width stance, pretty much, maybe just wider. Looks to be about a mid-iron. And, again, setup, not much change to my eye from the previous videos. As we play this back, big wide takeaway, like to see that, and we'll pause it at the top. I would say the only other difference I could see, maybe the club's working a little bit deeper in behind him, like the arm swing is a little bit flatter. He's keeping the arms a little bit lower, and you can kind of see because of that they might work slightly deeper in this position, maybe not quite as in front of him, quite as connected as maybe previously. But really good spine angle, really good turn, like to see that, pretty much 90-degree angle between the wrists. And then as we play this down into the ball, he's going to shift weight left hard, and we'll play it through slowly as he releases that club up and comes through to that balanced finish. Let's just play this back once more for you guys to just really good look here. And then we'll take a look at another kind of iron and driver swing from down the line. Because to me, there are subtle differences, I don't think there's really two major differences, but if you guys do feel you see some more major differences, obviously do comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And yeah, so the next iron swing we're going to look at is this one here of Tiger hitting what looks to be about a 6 iron maybe from down the line. Now this is a really, really good look for us here. As we play this back, we'll pause it parallel to the ground. Here, actually, the club doesn't look quite as far outside the hands and keeping a slightly square club face. Now, as we play this back to the top, watch how it works a little bit more in behind him and a little bit flatter. And then as he gets to the top, if we pause it at the top, to me, it looks like the arms here are getting slightly deeper and slightly flatter across the shoulders. I think in previous years he would have had those hands a bit higher, a bit more above the shoulder plane. The right elbow wouldn't get so deep. And then as we play this down, we're kind of going to see what he has to do to compensate for that happening. As we slowly play this down, going to come down on plane, but he really has to, if we slowly play this kind of through impact, he really has to release the hands kind of over a little bit to square up that face, or that's what it kind of looks like here. Really has to release that toe over. If we play this back a few times, to me it just looks like because the arms get so deep in behind him a little bit, he just has to release the face over a little bit more, possibly with the right hand, in order to square things up. And let me know if you agree or disagree with that. As we play, let's just play the next swing from face on iron again, and we're kind of going to see something similar here. I mean, it's a really beautiful look. There's so much to learn from this swing. Just absolute prime Tiger Woods coverage feature here. So let's play this back and then pause it at the top of the backswing. And then from the top, we're going to see that weight shift again, but at the top, we can see huge shoulder turn, huge load into that right hip and right glute, and then beautiful spine angle too. As we start to play this down, we're going to see as he shifts that weight left, as he comes through the ball, has to work a little bit harder to release that right hand, and this is a nice little low punch he's hitting here. Just a beautiful iron swing there. Really, really good look. Really fortunate to have these videos and be looking at Tiger's swing. how good it is and was. And by the way, guys, do comment down at any point below what your favorite one of Tiger Woods' swings was actually, what year your favorite Tiger's swings came from, basically. Let's just play through a few more swings for you guys. We do have a lot of swings. I'm not going to pause these ones. This one's just an iron swing, black and white. Looks kind of a mid-iron again. And again, we can just see as we play this back, comes back on a slightly flatter plane, gets the arms a little bit deeper, a bit lower. Hands are a little bit lower if we have this paused at the top, lower below the shoulder plane. Then as we play this down, going to come down a little bit flatter, a little bit more on top of the ball with the hands. And then has to release that toe over a bit more through impact. Whereas before he had the arms maybe a little bit more connected to the body, a little bit more in front of the body. So he didn't have to release them as much. Now it looks like he has to release them a little bit more. And then the last swing we have to look at is actually a 3-wood swing of Tiger's. Really, really good look this. You can kind of see the shape of his swing a little bit better here. If we play this back, you can actually see how the club kind of works up quite quickly and quite flat. And if we pause it parallel to the ground, again, very outside the hand. And then as we continue to play this back, works very, very flat and around him. Much more kind of a rounded swing. Lower, if we pause this at the top, definitely arms are a bit lower and deeper. That right elbow, that right arm much, much deeper. Right elbow away from the body. And then because of that, on the way down, he's got to kind of pull the arms. He's got to work harder with the arms to get them back out in front of him. And then if we pause this at impact, we can see he's done a good job of that, but he's had to work hard with them to get them back out in front because of how fast his hips and shoulders and everything rotates through. And then just a beautiful impact position, very open hips and shoulders. And then as we play this through, he's going to release this 3-wood really hard with the hands, working those really hard, and then coming through to that balanced finish position. We'll just play that back a few times for you and play those other videos for you guys. But yeah, that is Tiger Woods' golf swing in 2003, guys. Let me know what you think of that. To my eye, there's definitely a few changes. To me, it looks like he brings the club up a little bit more in the backswing and takeaway, and then a bit flatter and deeper kind of across his chest, especially with that right arm position that we could see. It looks like he then, because of that happening, has to work harder because he unwinds so quickly with the body, he has to work harder to square up the club face in the downswing to get the arms back out in front of him. And that's maybe why he, has to really release that toe over a little bit more. That's what it looks like to me, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, guys. What differences do you see from that to like 2000, 2002? What differences do you see with Tiger's swing? Next, we're going to be working into 2004 in the next video, and then working our way through like 2006, 2008, etc. That is going to be really interesting because this is where Haney comes into it, and we can actually see the progression of Tiger Woods, the golf swing, through the years, how he kind of, the shape of Tiger's swing really changed a lot, some of the positions, especially when we look at like the positions he was in 2000, where he got the hands a little bit higher, a bit more across the line. And then from that to like 2006 and 2008, we're going to see a really, really big difference. So guys, make sure you do subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like this video and comment your thoughts down below so you don't miss out on anything. And I reply to all of your comments. I will see you in the next video, guys. And as always, grip it and rip it.